Hello, my name is Atsu.
This is Doc.
Doc. Oh, I'm Doc.
And I am Doc.
And I am JADF. Your one and only
Oh,
God.
fuck yeah! We finally got JADF on the fucking show! Yo!
And as God, I decree that all Senrans shall be dicked by a barn animal of my choosing.
Yeah!
This
This
is a
is how
man.
you draw horse dicks!
This is a man mad with power. This is not a deity that you should worship.
No, I am truly worthy of praise. And say several hail Yumis a night, and I shall bless your waifu with the gift of a horse dicking.
Damn, he got his asshole blown the fuck out on that one.
Well, that's what he gets for that's what he gets for taking my name. Oh wait, he's actually offline.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, let's wait a bit. Yeah.
All right, but yeah, sorry, we don't have JADF yet. Soon though,
soon. We need to actually fucking talk to him.
Yeah, we need to reach out to him. I'll try my hand at that later.
We should reach out to him with the Super Crunch account.
Well, of course, that's what I was planning on doing.
Okay, good.
Okay, but anyway, enough about advertising our channel. Even though we do need the advertisements and views. Welcome to this month of Senran Kagura news. Late once again, but hey, late. We're fashionably late this time. And I'm saying this in the hopes that I actually made a kick-ass intro for this month. If I didn't, then my kick-ass intro is fashionably late and will appear next month.
Yeah! Just like Senran Kagura itself.
Mm-hmm.
Always late coming to the West.
Yeah.
Thanks, Exceed. Always appreciate it.
Thanks, Marvelous.
This is why you lost Yeast 8. You deserve this.
Yep, you deserve this.
Aww.
This is the future you chose.
Aww.
Feeling good saying that. It actually hurts saying that.
It does. Aww.
Yeah.
But we're not here to talk about yeast.
No, we're not. What are we here to talk about?
We're here to talk about some big ass titties.
Oh, I thought we were here to talk about cat pictures.
Well, I mean, cats could also have big ass titties.
Yeah, I mean, a cat. Well, not the cat inside of Senran Kagura, that's for sure.
Now that's one that you have to call 911 on.
Ew! Wrecked. It's like, wow.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Damn, I need them sound effects that this puts on some videos. Alright.
Yeah, damn it.
Yeah. Alright, let's actually get into the news of this month. We're starting at the top with, well, here's the thing. Early last month, we got the announcement of the Mikagura niggas. They're going to be gracing New Link with their presence. Supposedly, they were supposed to come this month. However, we are still waiting.
Still waiting.
Mm-hmm. Maybe they're going to be fashionably late.
They're just going to be fashionable.
Speaking of fashionable, looking at their outfits, I actually like their outfits. They look pretty neat.
Oh, the outfits look so good. Oh, man. I can't wait for them to be released. So that way I can't pull a single fucking one of them in the gacha. Oh, it's going to be great.
You too.
Yeah.
You do the ninja gacha and you're like, okay, it's time to get my favorite Senran.
Shut up, you fucking little bitch. Shut the fuck up. I see your pulls, you fucking little faggot. You can't say that shit to me. Always fucking pulling good shit in every single fucking game. Fuck you.
Me.
Fuck you and the horse dick you rode in on, bitch.
How is it that you get all these good pulls?
I don't know.
God.
Look, it evens out because like I don't get enough like Magatama or whatever in time to fucking pull again. I usually just do it like twice and then the event's over by the time I do it again.
Gee, fuck! I have like almost 150 of them saved up, like since the fucking or the last event, right? With the
Did
nurses
you manage that?
playing every day.
Yeah, it
Wow.
accumulates pretty fast when you play every day, and when a new event happens, you get like a bunch of new Shinobi stones.
Oh fuck yeah! You get so many of them.
Yeah, they give you at least like 20 for every new event, like on the
Yeah, that's
first day,
true.
which is good
Yeah,
because God, he can. It's like God, you can only earn about like maybe 5 max a day unless you play the and it provided you haven't already finished all the new stuff.
yeah. It's super brutal trying to grind for that shit after you already get the initial ones because
Yeah,
I finally.
hopefully. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was going to say because I finally finished all of the story mode missions on all difficulties. So now, and I mined that well of fucking stones completely fucking dry. So now I have to rely on events to get stones now, and oof, boy howdy, oof.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, them events are really hard,
Uh,
but we'll talk about them events later on when we reach them.
Yeah.
the Kagura
I'll,
sisters coming. They update the game again so that
Yeah.
it's not so hard getting all these stones.
I just want a fucking SSR Hanabi, but I know I'm going to get a fucking R Kafuru. I know that's all I'm going to get.
I'm gonna be
But
really
that's the
mad
only
if
one that you need.
I'm gonna get
Fuck
really mad
you.
if I pull an
Yeah.
SSR Kafaru and nothing else. Fuck her.
Oh my god. I never would have sold a unit as fast as I would a Kafuru. Holy shit. Oh, I got a UR plus Kafuru? Get the fuck out of here, bitch. Go back into the garbage can where you belong.
Yeah, along with Naraku.
Ooh, damn! Ooh, get fucking blown the fuck out, Naraku.
Rip.
Rip.
All right, so let's continue on with the news. So we talked about last month about the Don Quixote collaboration event, which
Yeah.
I was certain it was going to be merchandise based. So it is revealed that yes, it is indeed merchandise based. So they released a set of 20 badges, each priced at 550 yen a pop, and it includes not all of the girls from Burst, because it's got a couple girls peppered in from the Verse series. Well, only really 2, Yumi and Murasaki, which is interesting for Murasaki because she's not even the leader, but she's popular enough.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm. So you get almost all the so you do get all the Hanzo grills. You get, let's see, you get
All of
wait.
the Heavy Joe grills.
Wait, am I counting this wrong?
It's 14.
Oh, 14. Okay, yeah, I was counting it wrong. Okay, so yeah, you do get all the girls from the original Burst game, and then you get a couple 4 extra ones.
Yeah. You get 2 Ikarugas and 2 Yomis.
Mm-hmm. And then you get a Saki and a Yumi.
Yeah, I'm surprised it isn't a Riona.
Yeah,
But I guess Murasaki is the most popular out of New Heavy Joe, right?
I suppose so, considering that she got into Refale after Yumi did.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about Refale news a bit later. So, along with those pins, there's also shirts that of Yomi, Ikarugi, and Yumi, and I'm gonna guess also Murasaki, since she also has a new stylish outfit.
I believe it's hanging off of like the little hanger on the right of Yumi. I think
What
yeah,
page are you guys looking at? I can't seem to find it.
it's right
Yeah.
below the pins.
See, they keep that one in the extra large section because Murasaki's a fat piece of shit.
Aww.
This is true.
Aww, she's
In the
thick.
American size area of the store.
So are Americans in the Murasaki then? Is that what you're telling me?
Oh,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's a fat piece of shit, just like Americans. Fuck yeah.
Aw.
Aw, that's messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Atsu, you better apologize.
Yeah,
No.
apologize.
No.
Apologize.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, Murasaki. You're not a fat fucking degenerate piece of shit like Americans are. You're just a fat fuck degenerate. I'm sorry.
Okay, let's just move on. All right. So, along with that, there's also from the looks of it, also acrylic keychains of the girls in their new outfits, as well as posters or wall. Yeah,
I think
posters
it's
of
wall
each of them.
scrolls as yeah.
Yeah, I think they're yeah. Oh yeah. There are wall scrolls there too. So
You know,
basically, yeah, the whole Don Quixote event collab was essentially just a lot of merchandise.
I am so upset.
Merchandising.
I am so upset that it wasn't actually just like actual clothes for
What do you
women.
mean? Oh, I see.
Like, I mean, like imagine seeing a girl walking around in that comfy as fuck looking Ikaruga getup. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, look how fucking comfy and stylish that shit is. Like, god damn.
I think something similar of it might be sold somewhere else, but it's gonna be really expensive.
Oh, fuck yeah. But
Mm-hmm.
hey, people that are into cosplay know, the price. They're down for that shit.
So it's time to move on to the next bit of news, which has to do with Senran Kagura Burst Renewal in terms of its DLC. So you thought like having the Versus Girls as DLC was much, right? Well, guess what? It's like they're gonna have even more DLC.
Yay!
And it was confirmed to be Ryoki. Shit, who else? Kagura Nuraku, right?
Yeah,
Or, no.
those were the latest DLC character announcements.
Yeah. Were there any ones besides them? Were the
Nope.
Mikagura announced for it? No, it's just those, right?
Just those three.
Okay.
Mikaguras haven't been announced for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I apologize. I forget.
So, in an interview with Inside Games, they asked that they've said that we've seen DLC characters announced on the official website and such, but are there plans to add more later? And Booby producer Kenichiro Takaki responded with that they have plans to release several additional playable characters on top of the ones that have been announced. And yeah, since the game offers a diorama mode that lets you pose up to 5 characters, I thought the more characters there are, the better it would be. You can take all kinds of photographs, fun ones, cute ones, and even some erotic ones. We always see screenshots that go beyond our imaginations, so that's also something we look forward to. So, essentially, they're bringing over DLC to kind of sate the appetites of those who like messing around the diorama mode.
Yeah. And
But,
also,
I don't
Takaki doing his best Mr. Krabs impersonation. I like money.
But yeah, so he mentions how there's going to be like more DLC characters coming. I fully expect one of those DLC characters to be 2B. There's got to be someone from Yoko Taro coming over.
Wait, who's it going to be?
It's going to be 9S.
Oh, okay, cool. Hey, I'm down.
What if it was the that character from the original Nier that was a trap?
Oh, Kaim?
Yeah.
Sure, I'd be down for that. As long as you could also see a bulge during the it's like when you're in the dressing room.
No, what's better is if you put her panties on other characters, they also get a bulge.
Yeah.
Bulge accessory.
But yeah, looking at like the weapons she uses, she would actually fit pretty good.
I mean, I'm more than down.
Yeah. So 9S or Kine, I'm hoping one of those two just kind of shows up as DLC in the game. I would really love to play. Really should play Nier Automata if I ever get the chance.
We all should.
Played a little bit of Nier. That game is actually really good. I think you guys would probably like it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
heard it's pretty good, and also recommended by what's his name? Demolition D.
Oh yeah, Demod.
Mm-hmm.
Demo D. Yeah.
All right, next bit. So next bit of news, we get confirmation. We get a little bit of insight into the Yumi story, where, as expected, Riona and Ryobi make an appearance in that story, considering that takes place before
Don't
Shinobi
you want to put
Versus.
like a spoiler warning before all of this, in case people want to skip ahead?
Spoiler
This
alert.
we're not even in spoiler
Spoiler
territory. We're not even in spoiler territory yet, because if you've played
Well, we
the
might
if
as
you
well
played the
put it
original.
in now.
Here's the thing: if you played the original Shinobi Versus, you know full and well that that Riona and Ryobi are originally Gessen students, and this DLC shows, has them featured in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But they don't know to what extent.
exactly.
featured
So it's not really spoilers. It's just kind of like, yeah, they're there.
And we were about to spoiler it by saying that, it shows how Ryoba blah, I can't even talk.
Like,
Ryobi and
Ryoba.
Riona.
That's the newest sister.
Yeah,
Ryoba.
Ryoba. Yeah.
Tongue twisters.
Ryoba, right? And
Mhm.
how they're
She's-
like,
She gets more angry than Ryoki. She died twice. She can take in more pain than Riona. She can
Well-
deal more than Ryobi.
each eyeball is both purple and green.
Yeah,
Oh,
and she
man.
died.
Well, now we
Oh.
know that one salty fan is now on board.
Yeah. Oh, I'm more than down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but basically, I guess we could get into the. Well, I don't know if you guys know any of bits about the story mode.
Not a whole lot, but we can get to that later because I'm just going down the list really.
Oh, that's fine.
So on the Senran Kagura series PR on Twitter page, they also posted like the introduction parts of both the Hanzo story and the Habijo girl story, which
That stuff was so cool.
yeah, it was. And it gives a little insight on how the cutscenes are going to be handled, which is going to use a lot of different camera angle shots, rather than having them shown in a visual novel style.
Yeah. What I also find really cool is I think isn't Homura's opening, right? Where they redo the the Orochi fight. They have
Yeah.
it set up as a 2.5D battle up until the it
that
ends.
sequence.
So hey, at the very least, that's a pretty cool nod. I like that.
Yeah.
Back to its roots.
Mm-hmm.
But since we're talking about it now, did you guys see how the Orochi fight is handled at the whenever you actually fight him?
I
Is it
have
like
not
SK2?
seen it.
Yo! Oh my god! Sick!
Damn.
Oh, like if that's how the Yoma fights are in other games, yo, I'm more than down.
Nice.
I've intentionally kept myself from looking at anything for that game.
Yeah.
So
Well, technically, it's not really anything too big,
content, but
crazy.
still.
Yeah. But it's okay, cool. At least they're working on getting those big boss fights.
Yeah, at least it's like there are some nice highlights in this game, at least.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Boss fight in the second SK.
Wait,
What
what?
about it?
I said it. Is it like this? The first Orochi fight and the second SK.
Well, the only bit I saw was the introduction of Orochi to the fight, and then as soon as you start playing, because the Twitter clip just ends, and it's oh man, Orochi's introduction is really sick, and he's actually how do you describe it? You do fight it in full 3D. Instead of just the 2.5D, how it is in the very
You're talking
beginning
about,
of the story.
You're talking about the end of the game. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I saw that.
Oh, okay, you did. Okay.
Yeah,
that's the one thing I really haven't seen people posting too much on Twitter. Is like, yo, check out my sick speed run of bodying Orochi really quick, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Everyone's I don't know. They're probably messing around in the diorama mode a lot more or something.
Oh, hell yeah, they are. Oh my goodness, there's so many dioramas. Did you see the one of Mickey Mouse?
I have not seen that one.
I think they turned Ikaruga into Mickey Mouse. Is the most goofy shit. Well, I mean, is the most Mickey shit ever. But still, is hilarious.
Yeah.
Fucking goofy.
Yeah.
Also noticeable in the Hanzo story is they're using a different Kiria model in this game, so you're not going to see the same one from PBS. And I can kind of see why.
Looks like he's dead.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, in PBS, he looks like he's having fun. In this game, he's just kind of like
animated.
dead. He's just dead on the
Imagine
inside.
him being stoic, but like that model makes him just look like he's dead on the inside. It's funny.
Not only that, but why does he have such big lips? Like, why did they model lips for him but not the girls? What the fuck?
They have lips modeled for him. They actually have lips modeled for him in Shinobi Versus as well.
I don't get it. It's so weird. Why?
I don't know. It's like you're asking the wrong person. Just don't worry about it.
I guess.
Yeah, it's just like Kiria just has lips. That's all. Yeah. That's really all you need to know. Heck, dude. Speaking of his lips, have you seen how big they are in PBS?
Yeah, it's so weird.
He's the only character in the game that has lips.
Yeah, I mean, thank God we have New Link for that. But like, I don't know. Maybe it's because all of the yaoi fanbait girls really like big lips.
Maybe, and they also like the big yaoi hands.
Yeah. Like, too bad Kiria's hands aren't like 5 times the size of his body. Then they'd get the yaoi fan base for sure. Him and Hanzo.
That's a shame, isn't it?
He should wear some bigger. If he needs to have big hands, he should wear bigger hands on top of his regular hands. Just like in that episode of Always Sunny.
Oh no, I never seen that.
God, you need to watch Always Sunny, man.
I probably
as soon as we finish watching My Little Pony, we're gonna watch Always Sunny.
Okay, sounds good to me.
All right,
I'm down.
All right, next up on the news docket, sold by presented by the voice actresses for Asuka and Homura they have alarm clocks, which I'm guessing has the voices of both characters in them to wake you up.
I have no.
Isn't this already a thing?
Yeah, but they're doing it for burst renewal.
Well, no, you're thinking of the alarm clock app.
Oh,
yeah. The girl holding. Like, this is a physical fucking alarm clock. Like, with the bells and stuff on it. Like, what? What? I don't get it.
Me neither.
Why alarm clocks? That's so weird.
Don't you want to wake up with your favorite Senran?
I don't even know if they're going to have voice clips. What if it's just a regular alarm clock, but, you know, it just has a faceplate with Asuka or Homura on it?
I don't know.
I don't know. Oh, so weird.
Well, they're going to be a thing, so... And they're... Oh, wait, no, they didn't actually assemble it. They're just talking into it. Yeah, they're talking into the things. So, yeah, that's going to be a thing. Alright, so next up on the news docket, PC owners, your time is now. Or at least the ones that have been waiting for this game to come to PC.
The time has come, and so have I.
Senran Kagura Peach Beach Splash is coming to Steam, or by the time we're recording it, has came to Steam because it released on March 7th.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Time for mods.
Yep, they already got started with the mods. There's already
And they
new
just remove the
mods.
censors
Oh, hell yeah.
and they don't add anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
And speaking of Peach Beach Splash, at the Wonderfest by Fat Company, they revealed Peach Beach Splash figures, one of Yumi and one of the most beloved Peach Beach Splash character of all, Super Sonico.
Oh, dude, Super Sonico is my favorite Senran. I'm so glad she got a figure finally. I
Yeah.
mean, we've just been drowning in all of these emu fucking figures and Daidoji and
Speaking of,
fucking
actually
oh
not.
my god.
As one
So
fan,
many of them.
as one very, very excited fan has said, also replied on Twitter, ah yes, a figure of the classic Senran Kagura character, Super Sonico.
Super Sonico. Yeah. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
goodness.
Yes, he is
That's
very
so fucking
excited.
weird. Why?
I don't know, maybe
well, I mean, it's Super
Plenty of
Sonico. I get
Sonico
that.
merch.
I get
Why-
that. But what's
why
weird
her?
is that this version of Sonico's like thinner than regular Super Sonico.
Well, I mean, they
Aren't they
can't make her
different?
too thick. I mean, it's like, then what? If they make her too thick, then what's Pochiko there for?
To be a fat piece of shit.
No, fuck, no. Those fighting words, man. I will come over there
No.
and kick your ass.
Them fighting herds.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Doc, look into your heart. You know it's the truth.
No,
Which
I'm
is a
not.
fat piece
No.
of shit.
No. Oh, okay. I'll accept that as long as you accept that
Kakko.
Kafaru is a piece of shit.
Dora would I to give her head pats.
No.
Unlike Minori.
You know,
Head pat that bitch.
if you tried to give her head pats, you know she'd call you a fat faggot fucking loser bitch. That's a pedophile, right? I hope you know that. Sorry.
That's fine.
Is that too much? You could cut that out.
I was just thinking, like, what is our news of the month supposed to be professional?
I
At one
I think
point
it
it was.
should.
I think at one point it probably was.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, but yeah. All right, let's get the trains back on the track. All right, so yeah. Next up on the news docket, just a quick overview of a banner event that happened in Newal, which brought in some new cards of the Public Moral Committee.
Oh my god, the uniform's so sick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
These uniforms are
when is
pretty
Many of
good.
those.
Oh man, and hell, even Emu got featured on it. Emu
Yeah.
doesn't get featured on anything. Oh
No,
my
just
god.
not a new way, but in Newal, she gets Man, I really want more Emu stuff.
Me too. Look, she beat up the Mook-chan from New Wave.
Yeah,
Oh, she's dead.
and she threw the other
got
Mook-chan through a window.
She's like, no, you can't be showing those titties out in public. Be gone, thought.
Speaking of titties, damn, them outfits, that's the best presentation of side boob.
That's such a public morals committee, but with like a super duper lewd side boob. Like what?
Mhm.
What even?
Yeah.
Sense to me.
I also wonder
guess.
who's doing the art for these new Link cards anyway.
I think it's the same New Wave guys.
Yeah, though it looks like they've gotten better. At least from
Well,
looking at
I
this.
mean, you've seen that one. Was it Hanabi card in New Wave recently? Oof, the one where
Hmm.
she's drinking milk out of getting out of the onsen. I think it is Hanabi.
that was her.
Yeah. Ooh, oh,
You're gonna have
Oh.
to share it.
oh,
Ooh.
oof, oof.
Post it.
Oh,
I have to-
that's some real,
I need to see
sweat
this.
drop stuff.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm actually looking up the card myself because I completely forgot what that one looked like, and I'll probably have to. And I'm gonna need to add that to this add that to the cast as well.
Yeah. I'm also surprised Yagyu also got featured on that one. That's crazy. That's cray cray.
Oh my god, her eyes are super big. I don't know why, it's just super noticeable. It's like her eyes are really fucking big.
Oh, Hanabi's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least they don't, it's like they look a bit weird.
Yeah. I mean, that's a really big general step up from the normal new wave art. It's weird.
Yeah.
So, hey,
Since we're still talking about New Wave, bam, this card healed my heart. It
yeah. Soji and Riona.
God, I love that. I love that one.
It's so adorkable.
Yeah.
Soji-chan. She says Soji's name in the game. So cute too. It's adorable.
That's really nice.
Aw.
All right.
Aw.
So before Burst Renewal got released, the trophies got leaked for it, so people got their hands on some spoilers. And now we're reaching one of the big part of our news of the month. Talking about Senran Kagura 7 in an interview with Weekly Famitsu. So, in terms of the highlights that came out from the interviews, here's what came up. There's a lot of Takaki mentioned that there's a lot of players who started playing Senran Kagura series with the release of Shinobi Versus, which makes sense considering that Shinobi Versus is the still the best-selling Senran Kagura title in the series so far.
Yeah.
And apparently, like, when it came to the story of Senran Kagura Burst, it was a lot darker than Takaki had thought. And
not only Takaki, but the developers as a whole. Like, they all were like,
wow, this is a lot darker than we remember.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense considering the original was supposed to be a one-off.
Yeah. It's crazy how, well, it's not crazy, but it's funny to see, like, actually going back to Burst compared to the recent games, just like how big of a tonal shift it is. Like, sure, it has lighthearted elements, like Asuka helping Hibari find her lost scroll and stuff like that, but like overall, like some of the stuff that really goes down is talking about Burst even spoilers?
Not really.
No.
To this point, no.
Yeah, like say for in the Hanzo story where Yagyu gets shot, and Hibari's flipping the hell out, and she's like, "Oh, I must leave Hanzo and go to Hebijo to atone for my sins and make up for it."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a bunch of really crazy stuff.
Yeah. Oh, and then there's another part in the Crimson Girl story where Hibari's hanging out with the Crimson Girls, and then she starts shit talking super hard one of the girls. I can't remember.
It's to Mirai, yeah.
God,
that was weird.
It was when I hit that section, I was just like, wait, is this like a not Hibari at all? Because this does not sound like her.
Yeah, I thought that was like some weird dream she was having or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's so out of character for Hibari. She's like, "Oh, you stupid!" Actually saying stuff like, "You stupid idiot! Wow, you flat-chested fucking retard!" Like, actual going in on her. It's like, what the hell, Hibari? Jesus Christ, what's gotten into you?
Yeah. So yeah, shit does get dark. It's like in that Burst story. Even in the it's like even after the first game is no longer like a one-off game, and they add the Crimson Girl story. Even like the later part still gets pretty dark.
Oh yeah, like the one where Mirai disappears and Hikage's out walking the streets one day and finds Mirai's dead body like in the trash, and then she just actually starts flipping the hell out because like that's how she found Hinata.
Yeah. So there was a lot of dark moments in that game. Hell, I would want to argue that game had a lot more dark story elements than Senran Kagura 2.
I honestly feel it did it a whole lot better. oh, I actually care about these characters enough to start like, oh my god, did this actually happen in the story?
Yeah, there was a lot more moments like that rather than in SK2, which it's like, I mean, I get the plight of what happens with well, not with Naraku, because honestly, I hated her the entire game, but Kagura, I kind of get her plight, but at the same time, it was just like, this is not, especially after the Versus games and coming off of Burst, I was like, the other girls' stories kind of made me feel for them a lot more.
To be honest, like SK2 wasn't even really that dark of a game. Like if you
Honestly,
honestly look
wasn't.
back on it, it probably was about the same level as Shinobi Versus. I honestly think the one of the biggest reasons why people remember that as such a dark game is how they decided to make the environment look like the entire time with like the constant red sky and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, sure, there's some really like the Yoma designs. They're super duper dark and brutal, and boy
Oh
howdy,
man,
I wish they would return.
I
Yeah.
love the Yoma designs. Whoever designed that, they better bring back that guy for
But then,
SK7 if they're
but
gonna
then
fight
it's
Yoma.
also ruined by
Oh,
stuff like, oh, you have a spider with a human lady attached on top of it. You have a green ball with the leaf sticking out of it that has a mouth that does nothing. Like, I'm sorry, man. The regular Yoma you fight as just like regular enemies
It,
in that game
yeah, those
are,
show are
for the
more.
most part, they're terrible.
They're more monster girls than actual like Yomas. And it's a bit disappointing considering hearing off of the Versus games that these Yoma, they're supposed to be like horrifying monsters that are basically the ultra beast of Senran Kagura.
yeah, yeah. And
Yeah,
then SK2, they just dispatch him like nobody's business.
Yeah, that was the one thing that
They just
kind of
shit on
like
him
put
like
me.
it's nothing.
like it
Yeah.
honestly deflated me a lot on Yoma. Like, I was expecting just like the average Yoma to look like how the boss Yoma did in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought that's like, because sometimes how they describe that, the in Shinobi versus like the mission that Rin goes on the first time she's able to, like how they describe that thing and how gigantic it was and how just like waves of Kagura couldn't do anything against it, like wiped them out like nothing. It's like, oh, okay, that's interesting. I want to see those enemies, not the stupid fucking, oh, it's literally a generic Oni design, but it's a girl.
Yeah. Oni Monster Girl.
Yeah, like, oh.
Yeah.
Eh.
Hopefully with 7 they come through on that front.
Well, I mean, if they're using the Versus timeline, I mean, hell, they had it up until like Estival Versus. Like, you remember how they described the Yoma that attacked the Mikagura whenever they were young?
Yeah.
Like, and how they also described that as like a really like crazy, outlandish design. So it's like, please, for the love of God, get the guy that did the monster designs for SK2 to make all of the Yoma just as crazy looking as how it's always being described in the Versus series. Please.
Yeah. And if you need to, put it on the Unreal Engine 4.
Yeah, something. Who
Yes.
cares? Whatever.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Do it up, Famalama Bam Beam Bam.
Exactly.
Yeah. So next up, another tidbit that came out of this interview was one of the challenges around the time of Estival Versus was not making it a simple mowdown game.
Can't
Ah!
happen.
But oh, that's a good
Exactly.
joke. What does the line actually say?
Yeah. And then and then also says that Senran Kagura Burst originally had a high level of difficulty intended for gamers. So
I'm sorry.
Takaki wanted to add on to that.
I'm sorry, but Estival Versus really was like the hard difficulty is literally the artificial difficulty.
Yeah.
Like they don't do anything different. It's just, oh, if you're not leveled up, they hit you once and you die, and you have to hit them 5 bajillion times
Or you
until
have
you level up.
Or you have really annoying enemies like the turtle enemies.
Yeah. Like, it's not difficult because it's challenging. It's difficult because it's of how frustrating they make it fighting those enemies. Like, in the sense
Yeah.
of, oh, yeah, well, okay, I wailed on them for like 5 hours. I only took off like 50% of its health and it hit me once and I'm dead. Time
That's
to
actually
start the whole mission over.
that's actually how I feel about SK2. I didn't have that issue with Estival Versus, but it was just the enemies were really annoying to fight in that game.
Yeah. I don't know. Hopefully they actually get good like enemy design like in terms of like gameplay. Like, oh man, I actually have to play differently against this enemy and this enemy than I have to do against this enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's all I want. Just interesting enemies to fight.
Yeah. Another thing that was brought up that in Burst Renewal, all of the Shinobi transformations are brand new and have been and were animated from scratch.
Like
I mean,
but haven't they been doing that for every single game?
Yeah, so it's not really
That's a
something
weird
new.
point. Oh, I guess one thing they like that is different about these transformations though is that they don't use the scrolls anymore.
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
whenever they were ninjas?
I know it's such a little minor detail, artistic shit, but like I really wish they had those.
That and like the little like oh, here's the ninja animal that they have. Like I miss whenever those were a part of it. Like especially since it's a burst remake, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's ever coming back.
I think honestly, I think probably why they scrapped that idea so fast is because oh, we accidentally made a whole group of girls ninja animals snakes.
Oh yeah, true. It still baffles me that all the Crimson Girls' animals are just snakes, or
I
just
mean, they
different
were the
variations.
Snake Girls Academy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's like now the Heavy Joe Elise only like their leader has the snake motif, which is paired up with a crow.
Which is so weird. It's like why did Miyabi, how come your mom lets you have two shinobi animals?
It's like both Miyabi. It's like Miyabi and Ryoki. Their spirit animals are basically multiple animals.
Yeah, it's so weird. Did
Mm-hmm.
Mikagura even get a spirit? I mean, not spirit. Ninja animals.
Oh, the Mikaguras?
Yeah.
Of course. I mean, like, what
Wasn't
do you think?
Hanabi's a hamster?
No, I'm pretty sure that's Minori's.
Oh
Or,
yeah, that's true.
yeah.
A gerbil or something,
No,
or a
her guardian
goldfish.
is a goldfish.
Okay, yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, and Kafuru's is completely obvious.
A donkey
It's a
Yeah,
goldfish.
because she's a jackass.
We should just call this episode. We just shit on Kafuru all day long.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
man.
and Renka's is Peacock.
Oh, okay. Oh, that one I actually didn't know.
Yeah, me
Huh.
neither actually. All right, so so another thing is you'll get to use most of the accessories that were purchased from Estival Versus.
Did you say reused? I mean, asset flip? Yo, sick.
So
That's
the
my
voice.
favorite type of flip.
All right. Oh, speaking of, you used asset flip too early because Senran Kagura Burst Renewal uses the voices from the original game. The story has only been slightly modified for parts that may be difficult to understand.
See, I want to know what
I
that
thought they
actually
wouldn't
means.
voice the whole game all over again.
Nope. Nope.
Huh.
Only the new
That's
parts.
something.
So he mentions like the story parts that had inconsistencies essentially. So I'm guessing this is gonna have to do with the Hanzo side of things since Hanzo side was originally a one-off. So
Yeah.
maybe he made some edits on that. I mean, on that section of the story.
Oh, so probably like the endings now line up between both games or something like that. Probably.
Yeah, most likely. All right, and now we get to the big part of this interview. discussion about 7, where the creators are still working on putting together a solid idea for the game at its current stage, and it'll just be a little while longer until we get something.
Didn't they announce this game for release in 2018?
Yeah, they said it would be released in 2018, but I guess it's not going to happen.
Aren't they also supposed to release Peach Ball?
Well, I mean, Peach Ball, that's easy.
Get that sooner.
But I don't know. That's going to have to be brand new assets. Unless they just reuse the assets from... Oh, do you think they put Pinball Land just for asset reuse in Peach Ball?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
that's exactly what they did.
Oh, jeez. Cracking open the tough questions on this one, on this episode. Oh, my goodness.
It out. We found out a Super Ninja secret.
Yeah, that's Takaki's ninja skill, asset flipping.
Hidden Ninpo, asset flip. Well, actually, it's not even a hidden ninja skill. It's literally what Compile Hard does on a daily basis. That's a Tuesday for them.
But for them, that's not a ninja skill. That's just in them inherently.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
All right. So also with this interview, that he mentions that in terms of 7, the developers have a lot of ideas for side stories and stuff, but they're thinking about letting the main story of the series settle down with Senran Kagura 7. So essentially, this is probably going to be the game to most likely close out any and all story arcs that are still going on with the Versus games with this game.
I bet Katsuragi still won't ever find her parents. Aww.
For the most part,
unless they time skip ahead, where she knows where they're located.
Oh yeah, she knows exactly, but she can't visit them.
She just can't visit them. But maybe one day she will. It's one of those endings where it's not so much. It's kind of weird how one fan brought up how he thinks that Takaki just straight up forgot about Katsuragi's backstory, but it's not a matter of how. Well, he might have, but in terms of how to resolve that, it's not really that's really something that will happen once the end of that story happens, because that's not going to happen until she graduates. Which, after playing Peach Beach Splash, that will be happening pretty soon. So, that's a story arc that wraps up when after she graduates, and it also depends on how long after she graduates.
She becomes a renegade just to live with them.
Yeah, so, and I'm hoping with the information that we learned about Yuyaki's village, which seems to shelter retired ninja or supposedly renegade ninja, they might actually be in that village.
They could be. Like that, honestly, I'm more than down for that. Like, yeah, give me that. That'd be a cool little story bit.
Yeah, that would be a nice side story to work on. Like after the series, after the series settles down in 7.
Yeah,
and when they've mentioned how the series, the main story settled down with 7, that doesn't mean the developers are trying to end the series, but they do want to give it a smooth landing for when it eventually happens.
It seems like this continuous story arc with the Versus series, it's gonna finally end.
Yeah, at least in a way that kind of did for the mainline games on the 3DS, because I felt that the way Senran Kagura 2 ended, if they were to end that storyline at that game, I mean that would be a good place to end it.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I'm more than down for that, and honestly, I've been thinking, it's like, I don't think they actually intended to end the 3DS line, like the story, but then after everything got finalized, they realized that they had to. Because think about it, Kagura now just lives among regular people, and she's good. So what conflict is there now?
Yeah, it's like you.
She didn't explode. She learned how to not explode every time, like, her mission of defeating the Yoma's done. So it's like, oh, okay, well, we have God now on our side. Yoma ain't a thing anymore.
So it's just basically and like Home Run Gang returns to Heavy Joe, and yeah, conflict between good and evil ninja continues. It's literally like fights go on, but yeah, the big evil that was supposed to be threatening is now subsided.
I can't remember. Do they even bring up Shin in
No,
SK2?
no,
Oh, shit is a versus thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, and in terms of speaking of Senran Kagura 2, Takaki said he would like to work on a remake for Senran Kagura 2 if the opportunity arises, but for now it's difficult to work on. It's difficult to do that with Senran Kagura 7.
Oh man, remake it in the Estival Versus engine and use the same shitty tag team mechanic that was in Estival Versus.
Oh man, the tears will be
Oh.
great.
Oh my god. Oh man.
Yeah,
I could hear everyone complaining now.
You
yeah,
can hear the rees going off right now. And if they added like day one DLC with Yumi, those tears, so
Dude,
delicious.
Yumi's side story where she's fighting. I mean, where she encounters Kagura.
Yeah, Kagura's like, "Oh, I have to pass on my power. You're a strong enough ninja, Yumi. You're the only one that could do it. So go. You must become the next Kagura."
What was I thinking of that line that's in Sonic Shoes? Like, go on, my son, and something.
Zap to the
something.
extreme.
Yeah, there we go. Go on, my fellow ninja, and ninja to the extreme.
I will thank you, Putty. Oh, I'm more than down for that timeline. Please,
Yeah.
please,
Let's
Takaki, you
keep
know
going.
what to do.
And to close out this interview, he mentions that 2018 is going to be a big year for it. Well, he wants to make it a Senran Kagura year because read backwards, which is 8102, which you can pronounce in Japanese as Paiotsu or boobs, I guess.
Yeah, because I've had people tell me why it means that, and I still don't understand. But apparently, 81 is a way to like say boobs, like just like pie.
Oh yeah, because like you for the kanji of 8, it could be read as believe it could be read as ha or you could change it into add a particle to it to make it pa, and 1 is you can pronounce it as e. Well, short for ichi, so
Yeah.
pai.
Pie. Okay, that makes sense.
And for the 0 and 2, o being the o part of 0 being the o part of o, and tsu is just a
Tsu.
way of saying 2.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
2 boobs.
Yeah. Sick.
As opposed to one boob, like that one girl from Kung Pao.
Oh man. Oh, that poor girl.
Rip.
Rip.
All right. So now we can. So now let's move on to the next bit of news, which comes in the form of just some short news about a Daiki Makura, which has Asuka on one side of it, and a 3D PD cosplayer on the other.
I want this one just for the cosplayer.
Mm-hmm.
This is so weird. Like, what? Like, it's not even the size of, like, a regular Daki. I don't get it. Like, what is it actually supposed to be?
It's a
Like,
pillow
it's a cover. Yeah, but for what kind of... Like, it's bigger than a regular head pillow, but way smaller than a Daki.
Oh, wait. I've seen this before. I actually have, like, that type of size. It's a mini, like, body pillow thing. Like, literally half the size of one. Like, you can win those things from, like, prize. I won a couple of them from, like, prize machines.
Oh, okay.
They're basically like, if you want a cheaper alternative to a body pillow, then that's your best bet. essentially.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. I'd never really seen anything like this before, so I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, it's the thing I view have myself. I have 2 Sonical ones and 2 Pochico ones.
That bitch
Yeah.
fat.
Fuck you.
That's morbid obesity.
Fuck you guys. All right, next up, just some confirmation that Frantic is indeed in Burst Renewal. Also, it's like thought last month that they took it out due to the new burst mechanic, I believe. Was it that? Is that what it was called?
Yeah, burst.
Yeah, that it would be replacing Frantic, but nope, Frantic is indeed in the game and it's activated the same way as in the original Burst.
Man, you know what? Talking about frantic and burst, I'm a bit upset. So the burst mechanic, right? Like how it kind of works. Like, oh, it's a general power up that lasts for a small bit of time. I think like a long time ago, whenever we were talking about Senran Kagura and stuff, I think I brought up the idea of, oh man, wouldn't it be sick if they had like a mid fight like way to just power up temporarily, and it used like their shinobi animal or something, and they had like a fucking sick like animal outline whenever they did the fucking thing or whatever to show that they're powered up or whatever. This
Maybe.
is this is almost exactly what I was like, oh man, this would be cool if they ever added it to the game. But you know what the thing that actually upsets me the most that this doesn't do is I wish for the 4 leaders, whenever they activated burst mode, it just turned them into like say Crimson Homura or Edgelord Miyabi, while everyone else just had like you know what I mean? Like that would have been cool because then they would have also had like an actual ultimate Nempo that wasn't the transformation that lasted for like 5 seconds and is totally terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, anyway, this is what we got. So.
Yeah. Yep.
So, in terms of renewal news, we got a screenshot from a Marvelous showing off the differences. I mean, the differences in from the original game to like the Burst Renewal game. One of Asuka's clothes being ripped compared to Burst Renewal, which is just essentially Estival versus, to be honest.
Yep.
The second picture is a comparison of the cut of how the cutscenes are being done. Of Hibari talking to Yagyu, where it's presented in a visual novel style format in the 3DS version, while it utilizes the new camera angles in the new screenshot for Renewal. And in the third picture, it just shows one of Homura's attacks in the original game and how it looks like in Burst Renewal.
Sick.
So, just a short little comparison screenshot, as well as giving you a look at the user interface for where the health bars and Ninja Scroll bar is located and whatnot.
Man, you remember whenever the little mooks had like their own little portrait with the health bar right next to it?
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Oh. Remember whenever there used to be a meter for clothing?
And
whenever you lost clothing, like you actually like took more damage?
Yeah. That's long. That was a one-time deal.
Oh.
Alright. Oh, and as with Estival Versus, the environmental collision glitches from that game still here.
Woohoo!
Mm-hmm.
Change.
And as we begin to close out with the Burst Renewal news, we have a new announcement of some Daiki Makuras coming, going to be available. Well, actually, no. Are these cover?
Yeah, they're Daiki.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure they're not I was just making sure there weren't like blankets or something.
Okay, I don't know if you guys remember, there was an event a while back where it's like each girl was categorized into like cup sizes, and you had to vote on your favorite girl for each cup size.
Oh yeah, that one.
This is the result from that contest.
Yeah. So we're getting so in terms of Daiki Makuras, we're getting a new one of Yumi, of course, Hikage,
Woo!
Yozakura, Riona, and my girl Ryobi.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
These are I think these are the ones where it's like on one side, it's Dakimakura in their swimsuit or whatnot. And then on the other, it's like some weird uh milk thing. Where
What?
it's like they're wearing translucent
Oh
bikini.
yeah, yeah. They're wearing translucent bikinis on the other side. That's
And
exactly it.
it's something like they're showing off with like one of the I think Yumi ones or whatever. Or shoot, it might actually just be a different one. Where apparently you could put like milk bottles or milk into the daki itself, and if you squeeze it, milk comes out. I honestly have no idea that's what it's supposed to be because it
I'm just
showed like
laughing
a
at the
picture of
absurdity. I mean, I could believe it, but I'm just laughing at how absurd that is.
Yeah, well, because it's like it showed them, like it showed the a Yumi Daki with like that same transparent bikini next to like a milk bottle, and like I don't know if that's just supposed to be they're in bikinis and something got spilled on them, thus that's why the bikini's like transparent, or what? I'm not 100% sure. Like it's really really weird. I don't have it saved anywhere. But if I find it later, I'll make sure to link it.
Okay. Well, pre-orders are up, and if you're located in the U.S., you can pre-order them from Hobby Stock Global Store.
I need to do that.
I need to pre-order that Ryobi figure. I actually now have the income.
Yeah. I need the link to the English store. Shoot.
Oh, I can send you the link later on.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem. And there's as fans have discovered from playing Brush Renewal, in certain stages in the game, there are color filters applied, mainly for the Hebijo stage, where there's a red filter applied.
It's really weird. Reminds me of Senran Kagura too. I mean, shoot, there's a screenshot someone used of like Hibari right in the mountain area. It looks exactly like an area in Senran Kagura 2.
Yeah.
So hey, Senran Kagura 2 remake. Yeah, boy.
Mm-hmm. All right, and now we've reached the end of the Burst Renewal section of the news. So now we're gonna jump into spoiler territory as we begin discussion of the DLC stories for Burst Renewal, revolving around characters Yumi and Miyabi. So, for those of you who do not want to hear these spoilers, I will put a timestamp in the video description below, and hopefully an annotation to let you know at what parts of the videos we talk about spoilers and what parts of the videos we finish talking about spoilers. I'll give you a chance now to skip ahead.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Silent alarm has been activated.
Alright, we got our ED209s out, so if you wanted to get out for the spoilers, too bad. You're stuck in here with them until you present your hall pass. So now, let's get into it. First up with the Yumi DLC. So, we mentioned before how Ryobi and Riona, they do make an appearance because they're originally Gustin students, which is known if you've already played Shinobi Versus. This isn't really news. Now, one other character that also appears in the Yumi story, which came out of nowhere and made Salty Fan really salty, was Naraku.
Yeah! So, she literally just pops up in Yumi's story. She's like, oh man, I lost Kagura. Oh, jeez. And then whenever Yumi comes across her, Naraku is like, oh, shoot, it's an enemy shinobi, I have to fight her. And then, so, Yumi kicks her ass, and then Naraku's like, oh, sorry, I thought you knew where Kagura was. My bad. And then she disappears.
Good. She deserves to get her shit kicked in for that one.
Okay, that and I know you kind of glossed over it, but they go into a little bit of depth of why Ryobi and Riona leave to Hebijo. Besides just the Miyabi shit,
I haven't actually seen like all of it because I didn't want to get completely spoiled on like their full story. But
okay.
I mean, we're into segments, so it's like I don't really completely
Well, I
mind if
don't
you
know
actually
if
know it.
well, because I watched it, but I didn't watch a translated version. So this is like, I guess, my own abridged version of like how, body language, how they're talking. I think Ryobi and Riona get mad at Yumi because she's not like bringing justice to like evil people as fast as what they wanted, because they want Miyabi's head on a plate because of their story, and Yumi's like, no, Puri, no, I'm good, I can't do that, Puri, and
Which
then
is
they get mad at her.
it's actually really interesting considering how like she's kind of like an ice cold bitch in the Hanzo story of Shinobi Versus. While here she's not full lawful. It's like lawful good or lawful evil, whichever one it whichever
Yeah,
alignment she is.
chaotic good, I guess.
Yeah, maybe chaotic good. Well, no, it's
Let's
more
say
lawful.
lawful good.
No, lawful good. She is definitely the guessing girls are definitely on the lawful side, but Ryobi also mentions how like she doesn't seem to be following their Kurokage's ideals to the T, which is what she was hoping what she is doing.
Yeah, and hell, not only do Ryobi and Riona get on her case, but so does Yozakura. She's like, "Oh, you stupid idiot! What's wrong with you? Why don't you just execute that evil like ninja? They were doing bad stuff. Kill them." And Yumi's like, "No, Puri, I can't. I'm too good.
God.
My heart is as pure as the driven snow.
Puri." It's so weird.
Yeah, so that's kind of a big change from how she is in like Shinobi Versus, but maybe like since her grandfather's like time is almost up, maybe I guess that's when she starts to kick it in high gear or something, or maybe it's explained at the end of her story.
Maybe if we could actually get this game over here in the West. Hint, hint, exceed.
It's coming. It's just a matter of like when they're gonna bring it over.
Hurry the hell up! You localized the regular burst like it uses the same exact dialogue.
You know how these guys always have stuff on their plates and take forever. Or if they won't do it. I'm sure P Cube will take up the mantle.
I just want it already. God.
Yeah, me too. All right, so
it's my Senrans. I want it now.
You bad. You're gonna have to wait for it, bitch.
Oh, okay.
All right. So along with the Yumi story, we also got the Miyabi story, which chronicles her training in Hebijo to become an elite ninja.
Yeah.
In terms of characters that appear in it, the one thing I have been praying for, the one thing I have been crossing my fingers for, finally actually happened, and I could not be any happier.
Dude, I was so excited seeing Kagura as well.
Yeah.
Kagura! Yeah, she's like, "Hey Miyabi, you were into darkness powers too, right?" And Miyabi's like, "Yes, Puri of the Purgatorio. Hell yeah, I am.
I would actually love
I got
to see
my Chuny book and everything. Oh man, do you read Death Note as well?" "Yeah, I do."
I would love to just see Kagura and Miyabi hang out just to be Chuny edgelords together.
Oh, that's all I want. Oh, I hope they do something like that, please.
Yeah, I mean, like she does meet her when her hair is in edgelord form, anyways.
Yeah, that is true.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, edgelord form. That's such a weird edgelord form. It looks so weird.
Oh no, that's nothing compared to Ryoki's edgelord form. Yeah.
Who?
Ryoki. We finally get the last fight with her and Miyabi, and not only that, we fight her in like in some Yoma possessed form.
I was going to say, I really wish the fight, like as soon as it was about to start, it would just fade to white, and then it would just show the aftermath of the fight.
God, I hate you so much for even mentioning the idea, just the idea of it alone, just
that would have been
infuriates me.
sick. Oh, that would have been so good. And then the real reason that everyone got knocked out wasn't because of Yoma. Like, no, that's actually a mistranslation. It isn't Yoma, it's you, me. And she beat up on everyone. Puri.
But yeah, we get the last fight, and shoot, we'll probably see what kind of tragic fate happened to Ryoki during that moment.
She's like, oh, I'm not as good of a shinobi as Yumi is. I might as well kill myself now. And that's how she dies.
Yeah. Okay, so suffice to say, like, I'm really looking forward to this game coming over just for that story content alone.
Oh yeah, no, I'm super down as well. Like, both of those stories look really good.
Mm-hmm. Alright. So,
Injected straight into my veins, Takaki.
Anything you want to add, QT, before we move on?
No, not really.
Wait, no. There's something else that I forgot to talk about. Since we're talking about Burst, they're actually doing something really cool with the game. If you explore around in each mission and do certain things, you get to unlock secret documents that actually expand on the lore of the series.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, like because I'm watching some gameplay footage right now, and the character picked up a couple of secret documents, and someone data mined what they all were, and there's actually a lot of really cool ones, like going into depth about Hien and Ingetsuka, talking about like basic training manuals for like good and evil shinobi. There's some funny ones as well, like
supposedly, like, if you try to Yuri and Hebijo, they're like, not in my school, like, not up in my school.
Yeah, they're like, no, that shit's going to get you banned if you have forbidden relationships.
Evil accepts all except for gays.
Oh, man, there's also something else though that's really sad though. There's like some stuff like, what's its Yagyu's sister's drawings or
man,
something like that. Like some
I don't
stuff
need this.
There's like stuff involving her. There's something involving Hinata as well. There's one about Daidoji sending a letter back home to her mom, telling her, "No, mom, I'm not going to follow the path that you set forward to me. I'm never going to graduate school until I can beat up Red. Also, I'm not getting married, you idiot."
Like, it's like, I'm not getting married to that to them bitch boys you keep sending me.
They can't even beat me in a dick wrestling contest.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's like, I'm not even going full strength on that front.
My dick isn't even at a chub, and I still beat them. No, there's a lot of those secret documents hidden throughout the game, and that's also one of the biggest reasons why I even want to get this game translated so fast. Is I want to learn more about the lore of the series. Like, give me that stuff, direct that straight into my veins. I'll become the cyber shell of Senran Kagura lore. I don't give a fuck.
Become the cyber shell of Senran Kagura lore.
Oh man, I can't wait. It's going to be sick.
Mm-hmm. One other note that I'm really interested in learning more about is the whole aspect of Yoma's being able to possess some other shinobi or something.
Yeah, that one's also really cool as well. Like there, like I'm saying, there's so much cool, lore stuff there. Like, I kind of don't want people to translate them, just so oh, I want to read these in game and read them for the first time there. Oh, it's going to be fun. I can't wait.
I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait too.
All right, and there's one other thing I forgot to bring up for burst renewal. From one of the gameplay vids I looked at, it looks like in terms of leveling up your characters, you have to do it. It's not done automatically in stages or in after missions anymore. You have to do it manually, I believe.
Yeah, like because it's like if you know, like on playthroughs, you'll notice that they keep the same level despite seeing the oh you gained a level. This is the level you're at now. It's like their health doesn't increase, their ninpo meter doesn't increase, and so they have to go in and actually apply those updates themselves. I don't know if
So
that
level
means
ups
like
can't save your ass in this game.
yeah.
Hmm.
And I wonder if that means stuff like, oh, maybe if you just want to put all of the experience points you get into increasing health or something. I wonder if it'll have any of that kind of customization to it.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I
we'll
don't
have to wait and find out whenever XT decides to announce it, which they probably will at E3.
And then what? It'll take them another 2 years to localize it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
because
right.
they don't like Senran Kagura anymore.
Thanks, Salty Fan, for that one.
Yeah.
All right. So next bit of news. By the way, we have reached the end of the spoilers. So
Burstival versus news.
yeah. All right. So now we're moving on to Shinobi Reflay, and we have new DLC that has already came to the game, which adds Riona.
Sick.
And I'm like, damn. It's like, gee, Miyabi, how come your school gets to have two Senrans in this game?
And people have speculated as to why it's Riona next. And there's actually a pretty good, explanation. Like, that seems plausible. If you notice, okay, so all the characters in it. Asuka, Yumi, uh, Murasaki, and Riona, right?
Yep.
Those are all the characters that have also appeared on the cover of Peach Ball so far. So then probably the next DLC characters will be other girls that were on the cover of Peach Ball, which was like what, Yomi and Ikaruga as well?
I believe so. I don't remember which characters were featured on the Peach Ball.
But pretty much like the most popular characters of them.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
Asuka, Yumi, Murasaki, Riona, and Yomi. So Yomi's probably the last chick that will appear in Reflay.
Okay.
Sick.
All right. Well, moving on to the next bit of news.
Oh wait, hold on. No,
Mhm.
hold on. Sorry, you have to say this really quick. Riona wears the little devil costume in her story, and it's super adorable.
Okay, Rihanna wears the little devil's outfit in her story, and it's adorable.
It's super cute.
It's super cute.
And it's nothing but wholesome head pats and nothing crazy or lewd at all.
Aww.
Absolutely not.
Aw, I want to slap her titties.
No, she's like, oh, the only lewd thing I want to do with you is the most forbidden thing, holding hands.
Generate.
I know.
All right, so moving on to
Cute.
moving on to the next bit of news. We got a big update for New Link, which was the 1.1 update or something, or
Yeah, the 1.1.0 or 1.1, you could say.
yeah, basically the 1.1 update, which added a couple new things. One of the biggest changes comes in the form of both the events and the menu options. Now, for the menu, you now have a menu option on the top right, which brings up the overall menu from the front page, so you don't have to keep going back to the home page to access the menu, which really freaking helps.
Yeah, that's very convenient.
Those quality of life improvements. Thank God.
Yeah. Another thing comes in the form of the events. Now, originally there were daily events on the in the event in event missions where on one day you could get certain color Mitamas, and the other day you could get and that same day you could get different colored Nintos, and these would alternate day by day. So you would just have to kind of like plan out which day you needed to grind in, which got really tedious, especially when you're just trying to get certain materials to upgrade your Senrans with. Not to mention the highest level ones being taking about 20 stamina to initiate. Well, now with this new update, all colors of both the Mitamas and the Nintos are now available for you to grind, and the highest
thank you.
And also the highest level for grinding for them, the stamina has been reduced in half. So level 4 is no longer 20 stamina; it's now 10. Which
now,
thank
for people
God.
that don't know, Shino Mass has a really, really low level of stamina. Like, you barely get stamina whenever you level up. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I'm level, like, 50 something, almost 60, whatever. And it's like, oh, I barely have, like, 80, almost 90 stamina. Whenever the average mission, like, if, like, the ones that you have to actually do to, if you want to grind stuff, are, like, 20 to 25. And it takes 3 minutes to recover 1 stamina. So with the level I'm at right now, I have to wait. I get to do 4 missions, or 3, depending on what level, and then I have to wait 4 hours before I can play again. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, that got really tedious, but luckily now with the reduced stamina, it really helps with grinding those materials.
I think it might have also improved drop rates, but I'm not 100% sure.
I think like the drop rates were. It looked like the drop rates were still raised to like up by 25% for all of them.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a temporary thing or it's a permanent, but hey, if it's permanent, that's all the more better.
Oh, that thing that shows on the side, like before you actually start the mission or whatever, like whenever you're looking through the missions?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no, that thing is to indicate, oh, okay, if you have Shinobi of this color.
Of a similar color. Okay.
Yeah, they get a boost.
Oh, okay, so yeah, that gives incentive to like have teams of the same color.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, that's what that's for. And besides that, yeah, no, thank God they reduced the stamina on that, because, like, I mean, they not with this update, they also introduced another mechanic that actually goes really well in hand with that easier grinding, and they now introduced the ability for specific UR cards to do what's called Senran Awakening, which is you could finally upgrade a UR card to its second or I guess a next level, I guess you could say. It updates the cards with brand new art, and it gives them their actual shinobi outfits, which is kind of weird that, you know, none of the characters have had their shinobi outfits so far in the game, but now they introduced it with this mechanic. And obviously it boosts their stats, and now this completely ruins PvP. And now if you don't have one of these, then you're pretty much boned and you're never going to make it anywhere in PvP, so the power scaling's already fucked up. But along with that, it's with each card that can actually Senran Awaken, not only do you need the required materials, you need a rainbow Nintama to be able to upgrade them, and also a specific specific amount of medals that you get grinding certain missions. Which, if you really think about it, that's really messed up. You could only upgrade your card that you got in a random gacha for a limited amount of time. Otherwise, you're then locked out of being able to awaken that card further. That's really messed up. So, I guess that's their way of saying, hey, you fuckers, wail on this shit now.
Mm-hmm. Pay up, Glenn.
Goyim. Yeah. Not only is there. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say,
okay.
like, not only that, but playing the missions that provide these leader medals that you need to upgrade your units, they're really hard.
You have to have a full team of URs.
And even then, it'll still not be enough. Well, there's also another thing to explain with another thing they introduced with this new update, but let's continue talking about this part first.
Yeah, like not only that, but the drop rates on them are also atrocious. Like right now, there's an event going on. Whenever you first play Shinomass, and you go through the tutorial, you get a chance to do a gotcha pull that has a really high percent of pulling one of the 4 leaders, like a UR card. So basically, the tutorial units, right? There's an event going on where each of those 4 tutorial units can be Senran Awakened, which is Asuka, Homura, Yumi, and Miyabi. And so, like I was saying earlier, you have to do the event to get the materials, like the medals and the rainbow, to be able to upgrade them. Oh my god. Like, you have to have a full team of UR cards, which... good fucking luck on that. Unless you're fucking godlike shut-in and have fucking great luck pulling every fucking thing he wants, then you're boned.
I don't know what to say. I just got amazing luck.
Fuck you. I'm over here struggling to barely get fucking my waifu. I fucking save up all of the goddamn Nintama for that shit. I can't fucking pull it, but oh, here comes Shedden. Oh, I only play this game once a fucking month. Oh, what's that? I got the fucking focus unit of the fucking banner? Oh, man, oh. Well, I guess it's back to me not playing for another fucking month. Fuck you. I've been playing this shit daily every single fucking day. I only have 4 UR units. What? And they're all like shitty. What the fuck? How am I supposed to go through this fucking game?
If it makes you feel better, I got shit luck at Fire Emblem Heroes.
You pulled the Fallen Dragon and what's it? Corin or Robin or whatever the fuck it was. No, it wasn't.
Robin.
Yeah, Robin.
And I was trying to get Celica, and that didn't happen.
Dude, did you fucking tell KTG that you pulled that unit? That was the unit he was wanting to pull for, and he didn't get it. You should have told him, oh, lol, this is my first time playing Fire Emblem. I got this unit that you wanted, KTG. Oh, man, isn't that sick? And you know what? He even wails in that game.
And I was thinking about doing that if I had money, but it's a shame that I don't have any cash right now.
It's a fucking
if I
shame.
did,
I don't have to
done
pay
it.
any money at all to get all of these fucking great units and all of these fucking gacha games. Oh, woe is fucking me. Oh, I'm just going to be drowning in all these great cards while everyone else is fucking in poverty land getting the shittiest fucking repeat cards over and over. Oh, guys. Oh, man. Oh, I might as well kill
I'm not even kidding
now.
when I say this. My sides hurt.
God, the salt is so freaking real.
God. Fuck you. Oh. I hate you so goddamn much. I hate you so goddamn much. And you know what? It's going to be even worse. Because right now, I'm saving up all of the Nintama I have for another banner that I want to actually pull a character on. I'm going to spend like the 1,000 Nintama I have, not draw a single goddamn fucking thing, but then you're going to be, oh, I'm just going to do one random pull. Oh, it was just the focus unit of the banner. Oh. Oh my god. Oh, wow. Not even the one I wanted.
Should I just play on your phone?
No,
that help?
fuck you. No. That's even worse.
I'll let you get your good units without even
I
trying.
know why you're disgusting.
Oh, man,
Fucking luck.
Got this ugly ass Yozakura. I want a Kafaru. What the hell?
Yeah, pretty much.
Just imagine if that happens.
God,
Happen. We
I'm
meet
also,
up. I play on his phone, and I end up getting him like good cards.
I saved up so many goddamn Nintama for that Nurse Hikage and Yozakura event.
Oh,
I
fucking
didn't
wanted
get
that one.
I didn't get shit for that, and you know what makes it even worse was that Nurse Yozakura is also one of the best fucking units currently in the game. And I'm like, oh, I could have had a good fucking unit for once, not these shitty fucking low tier bitches. Like, I love them. I want to give them all head pats, but fuck, man, I can't even make it through PvP with them. Fuck, give me something good. But nope, I don't. I guess that's the point, right? If you play every day and support the fucking game, then you're a fucking bum that doesn't deserve anything. But hey, you know what? Hey, whatever. I guess that's gotchas, right? I guess I should only play them once a fucking year and get every single fucking unit I want. I guess. Fuck. Fuck my life.
Yeah. Before he goes on another rant.
But back to Shinomas. They have the leader unit awakening to thing, and they also introduced another event at the same exact time. A Himawari event, which is like those
I think it's the Girls' Day.
It's
in, like,
Girls'
Japan.
Day. It's like those that, and it's like specifically like dolls, like a Himawari doll, Hinawari, something like that. I can't remember what exactly it is. But anyways,
yeah, I know what you're talking about. I forgot what it's called.
I believe it's Himawari. I believe
it could.
They're dolls. Ah, fuck you! I'm searching Himawari and it brings up. That's not the kind of fucking ninja I want. I want titty ninjas, not shitty. Apparently, there's a character in Boruto called Himawari. God damn it! Get these shitty ninjas out of here. I want titty ninjas.
Titty ninjas is better than Naruto.
Oh, god damn it. Oh, fuck this gay earth. But anyways, with that event, it introduces a new concept and a Yumi SSR that actually is also Senran Awakenable, that actually gives her Ice Queen form. So, you know, that one's also a bitch to grind because, oh my god, fuck the 25 stamina version of that one. Talk about a fucking pain in the ass. Holy shit. So, there's that. And I just wanted to get that out of the way because I wanted to talk about important update for New Link. Most important.
Yeah, the most important update of all. So, we mentioned before when this game first released that the bus size have been drastically reduced from their original forms.
For some reason. Yeah, so with this update, they decided to just, oh, hey guys, what if we made the bus sizes bigger? And the madmen actually did it. They actually made the boobs bigger, which now with this, it is unquestionable. No one out there, without a shadow of doubt, could say any different. That these are now objectively the best looking fucking Senran Kagura models. They're the absolute best.
Well, they were the best even without the size differences, but yeah. It's like these are basically the models we want for like any and all future Senran Kagura games.
And the funny thing is, it's like these models technically are worse in a technical aspect. Like they have lower polygon counts and all of that, but they're able to add lips to them and fucking actually make them look good. Like what the fuck, man? Like EV and all those reused assets. They need to step their shit up. Oh well. Yeah. So that's there's that. Oh yeah, then the other new mechanic that they added for
Oh yeah, we
Shinomass.
almost forgot to mention
Yeah.
it because it wasn't placed on here. So we mentioned. So Atsu mentioned before that he had a team of 4 URs and they all suck. Now you're thinking to yourself, wait, 4 URs and they all suck. What exactly did he mean by this? Well, now the game has introduced a mechanic that allows you to boost up units one more level than they were previously able to be. So let's say that you started out, you got like a super rare unit. Well, actually, no. Is it a super? Yeah, a super rare unit.
Yeah.
And then you could boost it. You could boost that unit up to SSR in the original. I mean, in the previous. Well, before the update happened. But unfortunately, that's as far as they go. Now with this new update, you could boost it even further up to a UR.
Which is an absolute
beyond.
godsend. It's an absolute godsend for people that have terrible luck, as now they could finally get units that could do some of these more difficult missions, like how we were talking about earlier, like some of these 25 stamina missions for these awakened units.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. But the drawback of that is, oh, well, they're upgraded. Since you could get SRs easily, since they're always at least one guaranteed on a tin pool, uh, they have terrible stats for as far as UR units go.
Yeah,
So I mean, it's
their stats are alright, but not compared to a genuine UR.
yeah. So it's like, so now I finally get to supplement my team with like missing Rs, but unfortunately they're just not as great as if you got like a natural UR. But hey, you know what? I'm honestly not complaining because now I could make like as many strong teams that I need for grinding as I want.
Yeah, and now I got a team of full URs with one genuine UR on my team.
Yeah. So thanks Takaki or whoever's making this game. I don't even know who's making this game because it's like it says Honey Parade and Marvelous, but it's actually developed by someone else that makes gotcha games. So I don't know who
Yeah, who
actually did
knows?
that work.
Yeah, who knows who it's being actually made by, but
I think we fixed the drop rate. Jesus.
yeah, please.
Someday, please, dude. The drop rates in this game are fucking terrible. It's
And also, like getting Shinobi stones, make that shit easier too. Cause fuck me, dude. Like you
Well,
can miss out on events because you rolled once, and it's time to grab 50 again. Get it in time. If not, at least lower it. You know.
yeah. It's like, oh, oof. It's a terrible grind. Like holy shit. But shit. What was I going to say? Okay, no, I completely forgot what I was about to say.
It's fine. All right. Well, yeah, that was the big update that came out recently. There will probably be a new update sometime in the next couple weeks. Hopefully, adding the Mikaguras or a brand new banner event.
Yeah. Hopefully soon, brothers.
And now in terms of other character ads, back onto Senran Kagura PBS. Yes, that game is still getting some DLC, even though freaking Burst Renewal's out, and it's getting it in the form of NEP.
Yo! Yo! Sick!
Yeah,
I honestly thought this was a joke when it was first announced, and turns out no, this shit was pretty fucking real. So we got NEPs.
Mm-hmm.
Yo,
Yep, NEPs are now on the NEPs are now on PBS.
It's the future we deserve.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if you have the Four Goddesses Online game on PC on Steam, you're able to obtain the NEP DLC with PBS for free. I believe.
I believe so, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sick.
Alright. So yeah, that came out. Also, you already talked about like the Yumi event?
Yeah.
Okay. Then Yeah. Oh, another thing to bring up when it came to there's another little short thing to bring up with Burst Renewal is for the versus characters. When it comes to their character themes, their character themes are the same ones from Shinobi versus rather than Estival versus.
I mean, technically that makes sense. Since
Yeah.
Shinobi versus was their first appearance.
Hmm.
So, hey, I like I know some people don't like that, but I'm honestly more than fine with that.
Yeah, I actually liked a lot of the tracks from Shinobi versus, so that works for me.
Me too. Like Miyabi's. Oh my
Yeah,
god, so good.
yeah, and I like
Or
and
Riona's theme,
yeah,
just straight metal.
yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
It's straight up metal that sounds like it came from Guilty Gear.
I
So
know.
good. It's so good.
Like either
So-
Guilty Gear or Blaze Blue.
I tell you what, though, there's one theme that I absolutely love from EV, and that's Yagyu's theme. It's so good.
Yeah, her theme's really good.
Oh yeah, no, I really love her theme as well.
All right, so what else was I gonna mention? All right, so I didn't translate that new interview, so I'll save that for next month's news. Now we released like one other thing I also wanted to talk about during this news of the month, and that's the sales for Burst Renewal.
Burstival versus.
Hmm.
Burstival versus? More like Worstival versus. Because those sales numbers. Oh.
Damn.
Oof.
Damn.
Yeah.
So
Damn it.
So Burstival Versus, it debuted on the week of February 19th through the 25th, and the sales charts on the Media Create sales showed that it came in fourth with sales at 24,118 units, which is, I think that's the lowest for the series thus far.
I believe so.
At least in terms of debut sales. And before I continue on, talking about like the sales news, as the following week came out, it dropped even low. It unfortunately dropped even lower on the charts, dropping all the way down to about number 17, with only 4,000 units sold.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's some uppers tier shit right there.
Yeah. And as our salty fan just now posted, that there's now already a sale for the game, in Japan.
Yeah.
So let's get into this. So first week's of sales. Looking at the sales charts for what new games came out and what games are ahead. Let's take a look at the games that are ahead of Senran Kagura Burst Renewal, because it did debut. I mean, it got low numbers, but it debuted in the top 5. Now, let's take a look. I mean, it's still alright in terms of like placements on the chart, because it could have been a lot lower, because we have games like this Vita game called Hurricanaru Toki no Nakade Ultimate coming out at 8,833 units, and that's a new game.
It could always be worse. You could always release on the same day as Yokai Watch.
Mm-hmm. Luckily, that's not the case, but unluckily, it released next to 2 big games, one of which should not have gotten the sales it should have gotten, and another one being a huge thing. Like, first, let me get into the number 1 game. The number 1 game that's still selling very well in Japan is Monster Hunter World. And Monster Hunter still it sells. It straight up sells in Japan, both console and on portables. But it does a lot. It does a lot of numbers on portables. But yeah, that's a system seller right there. Now the number 2 spot is the popular series that I was talking about a bit earlier. That it's still big in Japan. Girls und Panzer Dream Tank Match, which debuted.
Yeah,
Bitches and tanks still popular.
I don't know. I think it's gotten like a movie or two like recently, but I'm surprised that thing has lasted for a really long time, and especially since we haven't seen like a new anime of it yet. And another thing I would like to bring up is that there was news for Girls Who Panzer, and it's sold that. And the news has said that it has sold 93.66% of its initial shipment and surpassed expectations in Japan. So yeah, so there's no question that Dream Tank Match was a huge success. It sold Wunderbar numbers.
Yeah, like I mean, hey, sure, I'm down.
Mm-hmm. Now, what's really concerning is the number 3 game that debuted that week, Metal Gear Survive, at 31,359 units sold. Well, okay, I keep saying sold, so it might be shipped. I don't know. Basically, that's what it debuted.
These are sold. I think these are actually sold units.
Yeah, I mean, Japan's like not exactly a big country, so it should be that, at least that. But yeah, even after all the shit that happened down at Konami, and how generic and straight up bad, how bad Metal Gear Survive is, that still didn't stop Japanese fans from buying the game.
I mean, hey, whatever. Everyone knows Japan has shit taste.
They do.
That's why they play Street Fighter V.
Yep. But anyway, those were the games that were ahead of Burst Renewal. And on the number 5 spot was Splatoon 2. So that's not really important. But it is somewhat related in what comes next, which was the following week's bits of sales. And Nintendo dominated the following week. They straight up dominated the charts. Of the top 10 games on the charts, about 6 of them were Nintendo games. 5 of them Switch games, 1 of them being a 3DS game. And it was Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Yeah.
Which it just jumped right back up on the charts for some reason. So, looking at the sales number for that week, Monster Hunter World still holding the number 1 spot, but we also got Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest Dragon Quest Builders, basically the Minecraft Dragon Quest game, essentially.
The Minecraft of Mario Maker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that game.
That debuted at number 2 with 28,000 units sold. Splatoon 2 came up and took the number 3 spot at about 22,000 units. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe at number 4 with about 18,800 units sold. Let's see. Brace of the Wild. Okay. Zelda no Densetsu Breath of the Wild.
Breast of the Wild.
I want to say that in Japanese to piss off QT.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
English. It's when you just call a My Hero Academia Boku no Pico no something something something.
It's called Macadamia.
An English title, you weeb. It's like you're saying Shingeki no Kyojin.
I don't say Shingeki no Kyojin. I see Eoten on Onslaught.
Shingeki on Eoten.
God. Fuck what's that
Kami
subgroup?
subs.
Kami subs for
Kami
that one.
subs, God.
Alright, so yeah, Zelda was at number 5 that week. Number 6 was given to Metal Gear Survive, which sold 12,574 units. Number 7 was Super Mario Odyssey at 11,667 units. Number 8.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but what week was this one again? Or
This
what
was
is
the week
this?
after. That was the following week after.
Okay,
the
following
debut.
week. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the very next week.
Okay.
And then number 8, Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon at 9,930 units sold. Number 9 was a new release called Rainbow Six Siege. I don't know if that's a different edition, but yeah, Rainbow Six Siege for the PS4 at 8,000 units sold. And at number 10, Girls und Panzer Dream Tank Match at 7,537 units. So that was a big drop off for that one.
Yeah.
Wonder why all these Nintendo games shot up again.
That's a good question because I was wondering if there was a sale on the Switch or 3DS games that week because they just took
Japan has
over.
shit taste.
It'd been a sale.
Yeah, Nintendo straight up took over that week. And then
Because people hate fun.
And then going on to games like Burst Renewal was at number 17 that week, which put it behind Mario Party 100, 1-2 Switch, Sword Art Online, Fatal Bullet, a new Doraemon game for the 3DS, some Muso game for the PS4, Mario and Rabbids at number 11, right below Girls and Panzer. So yeah, this week was just a straight up resurgence of Nintendo games.
Ooh, dang. Burst Renewal getting blown the fuck out.
Yeah, it dropped so it's no wonder it dropped like a rock that week.
Yeah. Now, we could go in. I don't know, like if you guys want to go into any detail talking about like maybe this happened or anything, but like
I would say that the people who usually pick the dates for the Senran games usually have like the worst timing for these kind of things. It's holy shit, dude.
Well, there's also been some sentiment going around that even Japan is actually starting to get tired of the asset flip in the Senran Kagura games. But that's just rumor, though.
Yeah, one thing that might be a factor is general series fatigue.
It could be that.
Because like, how long has it been after PBS released that? Now they put out whatchamacallit, Shinobi Reflay, and then they put out New Link, and now they're putting out a remake of Burst, and now they're going to come out with Peach Ball, and they're also coming out with a new anime, and then 7.
Yeah. Like, it could be general series fatigue, but then again, it's like, oh, okay. It could just be like, well, I guess, yeah, series fatigue could be a good way of putting it because it's been like this specific gameplay style for like the longest time, disregarding games like PBS, right? Like, at least in terms of mainline games, because what's really different between Estival versus gameplay and Burst Renewal gameplay? Not that much. Maybe a couple things, maybe a few things here and there. And also, they did choose like the worst gameplay style to remake, like for Burst. Like, I'm sorry, Estival versus is still like the worst playing game.
Yeah,
I don't care.
It is.
Like,
at
Burst,
least compared to like Shinobi versus for me.
yeah. Same here. Like, honestly, I'd rather have Burst gameplay with the choppy frame rate and all compared to Estival versus gameplay. Like, I don't know.
SV is faster.
I like SV. That one feels good.
Yeah.
Like, I have some gripes. I have some gripes with SK2, but that's still a fine playing game. Burst, it's choppy, but hey, at least it's unique in the sense that it's a 2D beat 'em up instead of like the 3D Muso style gameplay. And I don't know, like it just kind of feels like that. Oh, okay, maybe Burst should have tried something like. Honestly, I would have actually really appreciated it if they did keep it as a 2.5.
I would have
side-scrolling
preferred
beat 'em
that
up.
too.
Like, I know there's some
and then
people
added
saying,
some co-op to it.
yeah, Like I know there's people saying, "Oh, you guys are literally retarded for that they would ever remake that game as a 2D beat 'em up." But like, I don't know. Like, I feel like they honestly could have done that while still using like asset reuse because they showed that clearly having a 2.5D in the Estival Versus engine is possible with the opening to the Heavy Joe story with Homura fighting Orochi.
Hmm.
Like, I don't think it would have been that hard to, do something like that. But I guess that's just uh just general complaints, I guess.
Yeah. I honestly did. It's like in terms of me, for me, I don't really. It's like I don't mind either way of which gameplay style it is, as long as it's not frustrating to work with.
Which Estival Versus is like for me the most frustrating game to work with
For me, that's
or
SK2.
play. Like it's like at least in SK2 I could cheese like the enemies with infinites and whatnot, but like Estival Versus got rid of so many fun things, like all of the cancels that you could do off of every single move, and just the general slowed down. Like, god damn, there's so many moves where, like, after you do the attack, you're stuck in that like animation, like for so long. It's so weird that how many moves do that in that game, and it's like, oh my god, the gameplay just grinds to a halt if you don't do the right exact thing to keep the pace going up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was done just for like online play or something, but yeah, I mean, like, I find EV's gameplay style to be annoying while SK2's was frustrating. It's just like,
Oh, yeah.
I still take SV over both of them, but if I had to pick between the two, I'll probably still go to like EV.
Yeah.
That's me though.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine.
Like I already mentioned, my feelings on SK2. I don't need to keep continually parroting them and bringing it up to the forefront.
Same here. Because people will stop listening to us because the only Western fans are the people that like SK2.
Yeah. All right. Anything you guys want to add in before we wrap up?
No.
I like SK2 more than you guys like SK2.
And that's, you know what? Hey, that's more than fine.
Yeah, that's fine. It's like, just understand it's like that I don't hold the game to the same sentiment as most other fans, and that's fine too.
Yeah. We can all get along.
You need to change your opinion so that it matches mine right now.
Oh, okay.
It just seems like if you say that you're not a big that if you say that you like the versus games more than the or like a versus game more than SK2 is absolute heresy to certain parts of the fan base. But it's just like that I prefer I still prefer Shinobi versus at the very least to SK2. And if I have to choose between like the 2D titles, then I'm going to go with Burst over SK2 as well.
Yep. Same here. Like, I honestly feel the same.
Mm-hmm.
Burst is GOAT of all time.
It's kind of interesting how the first games of each of the timelines, each of the timeline series, are the favorites of both timelines for us.
Yeah, I don't understand how that happened.
Yeah, even with their jank, the jank adds to a bit to their charm.
Oh, definitely. But there's a lot of people that are like, no, I don't believe that.
I like the Hebujin story more than the Hanzo story.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Same.
It's better. But I still like SK2 more. So get wrecked, nerds.
Yeah.
Who
get
Shrek
and I don't like SK2, so get Shrek as well. But hey, for any fans that are listening,
I don't find her cute.
But for any fan that's listening, mainline games, versus games, SK2, EV, PBS, whichever games you guys want to like, you go ahead and like your games. And if someone likes a game that you typically don't like, and that's fine too. You don't need to berate them or try to bring them onto your side for whatever reason, or try to get them onto your waifu train. let others write their respective trains. That's kind of like what helps keep our what helps make our fan base special. Well, for any fan base really that has like waifus and all that stuff, but for this one in particular, is that these games kind of span across different types of gameplay styles. Hell, there might be someone who likes PBS over all the action games. Even that's fine too.
I know I do.
Mm-hmm. I would like to see more. I mean, like an evolution of that game if Takaki were to pursue it. But before he does that, I want my fighting game. It's just like I've been craving that fight. I've been craving that Senran fighting game for a while. So Takaki, whenever you get around to doing that, just do it.
Like, I mean, you know, once again,
on us for us to do that. Like, I mean, us three to make a Senran fighting game.
We're going to have to do it ourselves. We're going to have to get the SFM models of girls, and we're just going to have to do it ourselves, even if it's the most jankiest jank to ever jank.
Or Atsu, what we can do, we could just use the Unreal Engine and make it look very pretty.
We could do that.
Or we could try to emulate Arc System Works.
Oh yeah, fuck it. We might as well do it. No, let's do sprite art.
Okay, so who's good at sprite art?
Fuck it, I'm down. It might be like 50 years before you actually get like a single sprite done, but you know, I'm going to try my best. Databayo.
Oh god.
Ganbarimasu.
Ganbarimasu.